Hi, I'm Jeff Herdine with Barletta Boats, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about propellers. We've got an awful lot of engineering and moving parts and components into these very expensive engines, all designed to ultimately put force down at the propeller, spin this thing in a circle, and push that boat forward. So a lot of working parts for a pretty simple concept, but propellers are an interesting thing. There's no such thing as the exact right prop or the perfect propeller for a boat, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But one thing I'd like everybody that owns a Barletta to know is that a propeller is actually a pretty easy thing to remove from a boat, and it's nice because it's possible to get into a little trouble on a boat, run into some rocks, and if you get some big chips or chunks out of this propeller, the last thing we want you doing is running around the lake with it, because you will feel that vibration, and that vibration transferring all the way through this expensive engine into the boat can cause you a whole lot more harm than you want. And so if you've got a propeller damage, we want you to remove it, get it repaired, or get a new one on there. And so to take a propeller off the back of a boat, pretty easy. They generally just have a nice big nut that's threaded onto the prop shaft here that we'll remove. So I've got a prop wrench. We'll get around that nut, and you'll find a lot of times that propeller will just want to move. And so an old-fashioned trick is we'll put a little block of wood in there, wedge it between the cavitation plate of the motor and the propeller blade, and that allows us to spin that nut without the prop wanting to move. Once I've got it nice and loose, move the prop nut. Oftentimes a couple of washers. I would pay a lot of attention to the order that some of your washers are coming off in. Don't drop them in the lake. And then that prop just simply comes off that spline shaft right there. There's a lot of different materials that we use for propellers in the boat business, but on the outboard engines, we're typically seeing aluminum and stainless steel. Aluminum is a little less expensive material to use. It's a little bit more forgiving as a propeller, and on the lower horsepower stuff, it absolutely works just fine, and we would encourage and use it regularly. I also encourage some people, if you're finding you're getting into the rocks often and really dinging up stainless steel propellers, you might want to just plan on replacing an aluminum once in a while, because stainless steel propellers are much stronger. They'll hold their shape much better in an underwater obstruction, but a challenge of that is it will push some of that force and vibration of underwater strikes back up into the engine, and we don't love it. So oftentimes low horsepower engines, aluminum, higher horsepower stainless steel. Another reason we put stainless steel on the high horsepower engines is the blades, we can put a little bit more shape into the blades. It will hold their shape better, because as we're putting all that pressure and all that horsepower into props, they'll want to flex at the blades a little bit, and stainless will hold its shape better, get you a little higher top end speed. So an important thing to know about propellers is how we measure them in terms of their size and how they operate on the back of a boat. And there's two numbers on every propeller that will tell you exactly what you're dealing with. We have our diameter, always stated first, and our pitch stated second. And then which rotation it is. It's either a right hand spin or a left hand spin. And so the Mercury outboard that we have here today has a 14.7 inch diameter by 16 pitch right hand rotation propeller. Those are very, very important numbers to understand. And so the diameter, of course, the diameter of the propeller, if you could draw an imaginary circle all the way around, or stated differently, you could take a measurement from the very tip of the blade to the center of the prop hub, times 2, you got your diameter. And we would see larger diameter props on bigger engines typically, smaller diameter props on smaller engines typically. The other thing about the other number, or the pitch, is an important one. And what pitch is the theoretical distance that a propeller moves forward in a semi-solid surface on one full rotation. So if you could imagine a screw driving into some wood would be a good comparison, or if I were to put this propeller in a semi-solid surface, like maybe butter or a hard butter or something, that thing would spin one full rotation and it would move 16 inches in the forward direction. And you can also think of a pitch on a propeller like a gear on a bicycle or a gear in a car. A very low pitch prop, which could be different on any boat, what pitch means on that particular boat. But what we loosely refer to as a low pitch prop, like a low gear. It will have great low end torque, but maybe not quite as good at a high end speed. Conversely, a high pitch prop will have a lot of travel for that one rotation, but it'll be much harder to get there out of the hole. It'll spin and spin and spin as you get there. So just like you're riding a 10-speed bike or you're in a car, low gears, one rotation, not a whole lot of travel like you're climbing a hill on a bike, and high pitch, high gear, lots of distance for that rotation on the prop. And so one of our challenges as boat manufacturers is to choose the correct propeller for the engine for the boat. And there's a lot of other variables too, like how many people are in the boat, weight matters, elevation above sea level matters. There's a lot of things that come into play. And so at Barletta, we try to choose what we believe is the most perfect combination of a lot of different needs. So we want to pick a prop that's pretty good out of the hole, towing the kids on tubes, doing some water skiing, etc., but still has pretty good top end speed. But our selection of prop might not be your perfect selection of prop. You might say, hey, my neighbor's got the same boat and I want to go a couple miles an hour faster than he does. We could absolutely have your dealer switch you into a little bit higher pitch prop. And because it's not a perfect science, generally that would mean going to a dealer, maybe discussing a little bit about your needs, where you boat, your elevation, how you load the boat, and say, hey, we want to try a little higher pitch. I'd put one on, I'd give it a shot and see what it does. And you can talk to your dealer about that. They'll be an excellent resource for you, because we don't want to over rev boats, we don't want to under rev them. A lot of variables in play, but at the end of the day, that's what propellers are all about. That's why we measure them, and we hope you get out there on the water, have a great time. We've chosen a nice prop for you. Enjoy your Barletta.